Hello, I'm Teacher Robin. Welcome back to another live streaming class. If you have a question during this class, you can write your question in the comments section. So let me explain how the classes work. Today our topic is collective nouns. So if you want to participate in the class, as I said, write your questions in the comments and I'll get to them at the end of the lesson. Before we start with today's topic, let's review what we learned in last week's class in case you missed it. Last week I had a special guest joining me, Alvaro from our IT department, and he was here talking about motorcycle vocabulary or motorbike vocabulary. So we looked at the different parts of the motorcycle, and then we looked at some specific vocabulary related to the MotoGP competition. So if you missed that class and you want to watch it, then go to the video section of our Facebook page. There you can find all of our previous classes so you can watch them again, you can pause, you can take notes, you can share them on your own Facebook page, or you can tag someone in the video you think might like to watch it. So let's talk about collective nouns. So you may be thinking, okay, I know what nouns are, but what is a collective noun? Okay, a collective noun is a noun that represents a number of people or things. And when we use collective nouns, we always use the third person singular. Okay, so let's look at some examples. Okay, a class. So right now you are participating in a class, and this is a group of people, more than one, so this is a collective noun. Okay, a herd is a group of animals like cows or horses, for example. Okay, a team is a group of people working together, or a sports group of people playing sports. Okay, a group, so this also counts as a collective noun. An audience is a group of people who are watching some sort of event like a concert or something like that. A crowd is similar to audience, but sometimes this has a negative connotation. It can mean a group of people who are gathered together, maybe they're protesting. A mob as well. If people are angry, then you could consider them to be a mob. Okay, an orchestra, this is a group of people who play musical instruments. Okay, a choir is a group of people who sing together. And a bunch can be used both for people or for fruits, like for example, a bunch of grapes. Okay, so let's look at some examples with different collective nouns. Okay, for example, my English class is learning about collective nouns. Okay, so class here is the collective noun. A herd of cows walked across the road. Everyone in the audience applauded. I just ate a bunch of grapes. Okay, so now that we've looked at collective nouns, you have more vocabulary to use instead of a lot of or many. You can use a specific word to refer to different groups. Okay, I see that Eugenia, Nabeen, Sayed, Omar, and Inez say hello, so thank you for watching. I hope this class is useful to you. Now we're going to move on to another topic, the difference between countable and uncountable nouns, okay? So, what is the difference? A countable noun can actually be counted with a number, like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Countable nouns have both singular and plural forms. Obviously, 1 would be singular and 2 or more are plural. Okay, so for example, people is a countable noun because you can say how many people were at the party. 5, 6, 7, 10, etc. Okay, here we have 1 woman and 2 or more women. So this is countable. 1 man or 2 or more men. Okay, for example, there were 10 people at the meeting. So now let's look at uncountable nouns. Okay, uncountable nouns cannot be counted with a number. Okay, they have no plural form, and these are things like coffee, rain, wine. You may think, why can't I count it? You can't say, how many coffees do you have? No, you say, how much coffee do you have? How many rains? No, how much did it rain last night? It rained 2 inches, for example. How many wines? No, how many glasses of wine? But wine itself cannot be counted. Okay, so for example, do you have any coffee? Okay, this is an example of an uncountable noun. Okay, so now that we've looked at collective nouns and countable versus uncountable, I'm going to ask you some questions and you can practice by writing your answers in the comments. Okay, so my questions are, try to use a collective noun in a sentence. So I gave you several examples of collective nouns. If you can remember what they are, then try to write a sentence with a collective noun. Okay, number 2, use a countable noun in a sentence. And number 3, use an uncountable noun in a sentence. Okay, so as you are thinking about your answers and writing them in the comments, let me tell you more about our course here at ABBA. We have a complete course from beginners to business level featuring 144 units. Each unit features a short film and then a video class explaining the grammar and exercises for you to practice all of your skills: speaking, writing, reading, listening, etc. So if you want to sign up for our course, you can go to our website. If you sign up first as a free student, then you'll have access to all of the video classes as well as the first unit of each level. And then if you decide to go premium, you'll have access to all of the course content and you'll be assigned a teacher like me who you can write to anytime you have a question. So it's a really great resource for you to practice your English. In addition to our course, we have many other resources available to you. We have our blog, which is available in many languages. It's translated in several languages. And here you can find articles about grammar, culture, English for business, English for travel, so all kinds of really interesting topics. And we are in all of the social media networks, so obviously we're on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we're on Twitter, and we're on YouTube, so you can find more short and interesting videos there on our social media networks, and you can participate as well by writing in the comments. Okay, so if anyone has a question, then I would be happy to answer that now. And while you're writing, let me tell you about next week's class. We're going to talk about communicating with your neighbors. So imagine you move abroad to study in an English-speaking country, or you move to London, or you move to New York for work. You will probably rent an apartment, or you'll probably have a house, and you'll need to communicate with your neighbors. So I'm going to teach you how to do that in the next class. Okay, so are there any questions as of right now? If there are none, then I encourage you to keep writing, and if I haven't gotten to your question during the live class, then I'll be happy to answer it throughout the day. I keep checking the comments. So if you have a question or if you want to participate by writing in the comments, then please continue to do so. So if there's nothing else, then I want to thank everyone for joining the class. I think maybe there is one question. I'll just wait to see exactly what it is. Okay. Nora. Explain the meaning of the head word because I'm from Iraq and I don't know the meaning of it all. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that, but let me double check if you want to give more explanation in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer your question later on. Okay, the meaning of all words. Okay, so if you want, after the live class is over, you can watch it again and you can listen to the definitions that I've given you at the beginning of the class. If you joined late, that's no problem, because remember that the video will stay in the video section of the class. So thank you again to everyone who has participated. Remember, next week, communicating with your neighbors. This is very important, and I hope that you've enjoyed the class, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. So take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.